Stay up there.
Well, beyond fixing those things, I would make a motion to
Approved chicken?
Oh, we need a fee.
$10.
$10.
A chicken? Larry, what do you think?
It's $10
Chicken
per
permit
permit.
fee.
I think this is epitomizes government at work.
Permit, $10.
Charge her one time fee.
Well, they say, it says
Well,
pork.
Rachel just said that some people charge up to $50. If we charge somebody $50, they have chickens, no one
You
will
won't
have
make any.
chickens.
Oh, really?
Well, we could say $1,000. Well, I just don't think we're gonna have 1,000 people coming down here to get chicken permits. So
$10.
$10, I think, I'll make a motion for $10 or whatever we gotta do.
Because there's still, it says no more than 4 hens
Right.
and no roosters. Three will be woke up in the morning with a coffin.
Rachel, you got all the corrections?
Rachel, I do have some scribbles on the application / permit, but I'll get these to you tomorrow or something and get them fixed then.
Okay.
So I will make the motion that we approve number 5 with the correction of as amended, that the law enforcement people do the stuff and we charge $10 for a permit.
Slaughtering inside only, right?
Only slaughtering inside.
Not good about this.
Motion on the floor, we have a support? Motion on the floor, a support?
So who's gonna go tell the current people that have chickens to come get a permit? Me? Perfect.
Well, she just lost her job.
I'll support, you don't support it? I'll support it. What, I'm sorry.
We have a motion and a support by Tyler
Well,
to accept the ordinance as amended. All in favor of the motion, say aye.
I think that we'll stink if we don't let people raise food on their, with 4 chickens. I mean, it's 4 chickens make less poop than a dog. They don't know what the big deal about not having 4 chickens is. So, there you go, that's all I got.
I figured if Traverse City can have Elk Rapids and down there can do it, we can do it.
Okay, I'll vote yes. What the heck? 4 chickens? Now, if everybody has 4 chickens,
You got it?
better not let a rooster run.
I
Who's gonna have 5?
Got a yes.
Yes,
1, 2, 3.
yes, no, yes.
I'm gonna try to vote.
Alright.
Okay.
Ordinance number 4 eliminates the chickens in ordinance.
Pass
I'll make
that.
a motion to approve number 4.
Yeah.
Any support?
Support.
All those in favor of the motion say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion is carried. Thank you. Okay. Planning Commission had a public hearing with respect to changing zoning on M88 between Covert and Bradford Street, is it?
Ballard, Larry.
Ballard, yeah, thank you. We are not obligated by their action, but they did listen to the public. This was very orderly. Everybody seemed to have a chance. And they proceeded to deny the request to change the zoning. They had to write a letter with the minutes of the meeting and a cover letter stating their actions, which they have done. And the attorney says we can do whatever we want to do from here forward.
Well, since they had an open meeting and the public themselves do not want it, then I would vote to not change the zoning.
Are you making a motion?
I'm making a motion that we do not change the zoning.
I support.
Been moved and supported by Clark and Zelenak. Any further discussion? All those in favor of the motion say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion has carried. I want you to understand that that doesn't prevent them from trying to come into the community someplace else. But that just says we're not gonna rezone that area.
All it does is eliminate village taxes on wherever they put it.
May or may not.
May.
We'll see.
They've got so much other land they could use, well, put something down there.
They're gonna put one
Oh, yeah, they will.
there. They'll just put it in the township and the village will clean tax.
Okay. EDA has submitted a
That's
budget
exactly what it is.
for us to approve so they can spend money legally. We approved a budget of $14,500. They have designated $3,200 of that as salaries. And capital improvements, they sign at Sage Park with 2 picnic tables down there, no dog in park signs, animal waste bags and pole, gate on the back fence of Sage Park. Those are what they've,
Where's
Sage Park is the pocket park between the insurance office and Bach.
All of that. I never heard it called Sage.
I hadn't either,
Back
but whoever
in the
said it,
1978. That's what it was called when they did the renovation. So can I make a motion to approve the budget as presented?
Any support?
Support.
Support right there. Any further discussion? All in favor of the motion, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion is carried. Do we need a roll call on that one?
We're not spending money, we're going,
14,000.
are we okay?
It's already budgeted.
Oh, it's the,
The 14,000 is what we budgeted, so. Letter F, accept or deny the planning commission's recommendation on the Veterans Memorial. Here again, we're in the same position as we were with changing the zoning, in that we are now obligated, so they have written a letter to say they would deny the request of the VFW to have a lot next to the Alden Bank donated to the group. So, is there any discussion?
We made this decision because there are other properties that we thought they might be able to use, including the lot down here, the township lot, or maybe by the chamber gazebo also, or maybe by the VFW.
I thought the VFW.
We also determined that we weren't really sure who was asking for this. Was it the VFW, was it the AMVETS, it's been uncertain. So those were the reasons why. And also the possibility of using that corner lot maybe for village offices or something else someday. So that was the logic behind the decision.
Well, if they were to put that there, who would bear the expenses of keeping it up?
They're asking us to do the maintenance on it.
Yeah. I just do not see it go there.
Well, I think everyone is agreeing that a memorial isn't a bad idea. It's just the location seems to be the
Right.
kicker right now.
Any other discussion? I'm really torn with this, just because most of these guys, and Mr. Heisey particularly,
But it's the location, it's not putting it up, it's the location.
One of the thoughts of having it by the chamber gazebo, you know, or not, by the cabin and the gazebo back in there, is that there would already be parking. There's already stuff there like the gazebo or the chamber, thinking that maybe the veterans or whoever they are in the chamber, maybe they can help each other with watching the properties or keeping things together, just sort of combining things into one place up there.
You're talking.
Property's
about
already
cabins.
ready, yeah, like right behind in that big green spot there. I mean, it's already ready.
VFW was dire straits. It won't be long, and they probably will not exist as far as having the building that they have.
What, has it been thought about the cemetery?
Well, the last September, someone came to the township regarding this, and the township approved right on the other side of those tree lines there. There's a nice spot right next to the driveway. I think Salmon's already ready to go, basically. It wouldn't need a lot of work. Right near the driveway. So I recognize that they want to be downtown and be more visible, but that corner lot is just a tough situation.
Well, there's room on that lot for something besides that. I mean, they're only talking a very small area.
The monument is pretty big.
The monument was pretty big,
It's big.
that they were proposing.
Pretty big.
There wouldn't be room really to do much else.
Are they only like 16 feet wide or something?
18,
I don't remember the dimensions. This is a tough call. These guys fought for us to be able to see it.
I just found out tonight who's ahead of that with the MDOTs, and they already have their board on board. And I don't know how many of you are aware of that, but I was talking to him tonight, and they'll be taking over the VFW. I know that the chamber cabin and that the gazebo is on village property. You know, that would be another spot that hardly gets used. You know, if they want to, you know, utilize that, it's right, you know, dead end of town. But I did find out tonight, and I have wanted to know who's kind of ahead of this, because I've been misinformed, but I found out tonight who's, they've already have the board. And it's none of the VFW, it's the AMVets.
The VFW boys are getting close. They won't be here much longer.
I'm definitely in support of it. I just don't feel golden about that corner lot.
Well,
That's all.
actually, what we're going to do is deny the recommendations I'll put it there.
No.
Right?
I don't know.
We'll accept.
Wait, oh no, that's right, accept their recommendation, right?
I think the bank gave the village the property with the assumption that we could do something worthwhile. It's a pretty small lot to even build on. It's too small for a parking lot. And I don't think we have the support from any of us to put public bathrooms in. And I can't think of a better use anywhere than to honor their vets. It'll cost us a little bit, and we'll be using some property that could have been used for something else possibly. But when you do anything, it costs something. And I don't think that we're wasting money or misusing public funds or properties when we dedicate them to our vets.
Isn't there room to put it on the front of the lot? You could put all kinds of restrooms on the back of the lot.
They don't want
They don't want
restrooms.
restrooms associated.
I know, but eventually, I mean, if the village or somebody else wanted restrooms, there would be room behind there. There's room enough on that lot for that and something else.
How big is that lot?
75 by 100.
Pretty good sized lot.
Yeah, they would only, what, 18 by 18?
Would it fit in that open
In the
space?
open space. Then it'd be
It'd be
right
right
downtown
downtown.
and everybody'd see it.
Or Sage, Sage Park, that would be a good spot.
Picnic tables and
Just
stuff
the one that says
down the
American.
line.
I don't think that's big enough.
Just looking over the VFW,
Not for what they have in mind.
American Legion.
If they want something that would be prominent, and this lot would make it.
I'd really like to see us do it. I mean, it's a, you know, it's a sacrifice on our part or our town's part, but not nearly what we've gotten from them. And at the rate they're dying, will soon not be any World War II vets. And it'd be a shame to not have some kind of a dedication to them.
I know the argument was out there, well, Bel Air has one, so we really don't need one. But every community in the country has probably some type of monument for them. It's a tough call, that's all.
Well, do we have to decide today?
Yes,
Well,
we do
I've
have
got a
to.
question, totally different than all this. Financially, where are they at? My concern is that they're gonna start this, tear things up, and all of a sudden momentum's gonna get lost, and we're gonna have slag stone sitting there, a pile of earth, because it wasn't properly funded, and they're constantly trying to gather funding for this project. And that is my concern, that we're gonna be looking at, you know, a half-started project that's slowly gonna be evolving, and there's gonna be weeds growing into this pile of earth. I would like to see it in stages and say, okay, we've got this funded for stage one. We're gonna put down the pavers. Fair enough with me, you've got your pavers. My concern, they didn't show us any funding. And
That was the.
while they're gonna sell bricks and all, that's a wonderful idea. You know, ideas don't put bricks in the ground and slag underneath it and a machine operator there to move earth. That's the bottom line. And I'd like to see a more comprehensive financial plan.
That was part of the planning commission's concern as well. We haven't seen anything regarding money or anything. We just didn't feel like we could say yes when we didn't know what was going on. And I hear you, Bill, I mean, I totally am down with it, but we just don't have data to work with. I mean, I get right.
Well, if we don't approve the use of the property, then that's the end of it. I mean, they're not gonna go anywhere. It may
So if
take-
they don't get that specific property, they're gonna say, we're not gonna do it? I mean,
Well, that was my impression from it.
So that sold on that the whole thing's gonna wither and die, even though we've got 3 other places. They won't be able to generate any funding.
They didn't like the cemetery plot.
They didn't like in front of here.
They didn't like that.
And this is all predicated,
And I don't know all the specifics of that, but I do know that they didn't like that.
and so it's the chicken and the egg thing.
And I don't know if they've ever been proposed to them to use the other.
Or by the chamber.
well, that's been a
What
part
if
of
we
the
could
problem too.
approve?
There hasn't been one specific Mr. Isaac was in on it for a while, Cotwick, and then
Right.
Mr. Morrison, and we don't know who is the go-to, or who's officially doing it, or where the money's coming from, or, we've seen the monument, it's awesome.
Mhm.
But it's huge.
It is, you know, so. it's
What if
just
we
not
approve their
comfortable.
use, or approve them to have the use, but they've gotta show us that it has to be, that it can be paid for?
Yeah, under
before
conditions of
construction.
such and such.
Right. What if we did that? Would that?
And it would be nice if this AMVET group would come here and present it, because you had, you know, this person and that person, and then, so you really don't have the answers.
Mhm.
They might come out with a whole different proposal on what they wanna build versus what was originally presented and
Yeah,
approved in
this
the first
board.
place. It could
Yeah.
be anything.
I would support a conditional use of it. If they meet X criteria, yes.
Why don't we just table it until we don't have to get rid of it today anyway, why don't we just table
We
it
don't
until
have
this
to
board
make a
comes
decision
to us
today, right?
and says, all right, this
We
is
don't
what
have
we
to
can
decide
do,
on
this
this
is how
today.
much money we got, and this is how much we can get done in the first 3 months.
I think it should be tabled until we find out more about the financial situation.
I mean, I don't think you should shut them out, that's just me, which, you know, nobody's shutting them out. But, you know, I don't think they even know maybe some of their other options, but I think it would be nice, because after talking to this guy tonight, or, you know, this afternoon, I had a whole different outlook on this. You know, that was just me personally, and I said, well, have you guys been to the village, or, you know, no?
You might take over the VFW hall and wanna put it right there.
Yeah,
Remember, it's
Right,
accessible to them
exactly,
every time they drive in the driveway, so. We should probably talk to them before we make any decision.
Can we table it later, or do we have to make a, can I make a motion to table it until we get more info?
Yeah.
Okay. Then I am.
You're making that
I
motion?
am making a
I'll
motion to table.
support her on it.
Then moved and supported that we table the issue.
Yeah.
All those in favor? Say aye. Opposed, motion is carried. Yeah. We'll put it back on the agenda for July and see what we can dig up more from there.
Thank you.
We got a letter from Judy Kozlowski, who was chair of the planning commission. And effective as of last Thursday, June 4th, she'll be resigning from the planning commission and DDA. This commission takes more time than I have to give in light of my responsibilities to the township, which of course is my priority. Need a motion to accept the letter of resignation. And moved by, I didn't get it.
Oh, support.
You got a
Oh,
support?
no, Bill
You do-
made the motion.
You made the motion? All right. Sorry, missed that. All those in favor of the motion say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, motion is carried. Nothing left on the agenda. I wrote, since I've been sitting here, old business, and we want to drop the minimum bid of, for the car to 4,500.
It's been a month, right?
It's been a month.
Yep.
All right. Let's have a motion to that.
So I make a motion to remove the minimum bid. What Harold was saying.
Just remove the minimum bid entirely? Okay, that is what I was thinking about, but that's fine. Anybody have a problem with that?
What, are you on a sales price? What do you, a sales price? And skip bidding and just sell it directly? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah,
He's stipulating the minimum bid, is what
Well,
I'm saying.
you know, you can say, I guess you can say that it's 3,000 if you want, or, I don't know. Well, if you don't get any bids on that, then.
So we have 5 on it now, right?
Yes,
Yes.
Nobody probably even looked at it, right?
that I couldn't tell you, but nobody's responded, so.
But we didn't put our best offer either, so.
Maybe that would.
So what if we try for sale for a month for 4,000? It's not going anywhere.
Unless you put it on there, or best offer, 5,000 or best offer, 4,500 or best offer. That usually brings out a few bids.
And then we always have the option to accept or not accept it. The best offer is $10 and we don't take it.
Okay.
Okay, so I got a
So the new
motion,
number is 4,500?
4,500 or best offer.
Yeah.
I have a motion by Clark and a support by Chapman.
And what's the drop dead date or best offer? If somebody comes in today and says, I'll give you that, and that's the best offer that you've gotten so far, you're gonna sell it that day? Or you're gonna give it a week?
Next meeting.
Prior to our next meeting. Motion on the floor, all in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion is carried. Public comment? Yes, Suzie?
Is there any way I could get Thurston Park's phone number? Lyle, do you have a cell number? I have received.
231, sure,
Okay,
231, 351, 6394.
It'll be
okay,
on the new brochures that come out in another week.
okay, I'm getting calls for Thurston Park, and I refer them to the office, but I'm getting questions to ask. They wanna know if there's permanent parking, you know, there's stuff that I can't. So they wanted to talk to the park manager about, they've been here before, and they have questions about sites and stuff. I don't know. Rachel, it's just, I give them that number, I don't know if they're calling you, or if you get a lot of calls, probably do. I give them 6483, and thank you, thank you.
Maybe we can put Lyle's phone number in the chamber website, right? Then we'll have everybody calling you all the time.
Cuts into my fishing time at Turner.
There you go.
Thank you.
Any other comment? Need a motion to adjourn? Motion by Chapman, support by Zelenak. All in favor of the motion, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Thank you all for coming. Sorry you had to go through the chicken.
We have a question on the expenditures of the car.
Oh, yeah.
We've got down here.
Sam Ross out for next Saturday,
I think so.
road closures,
I think so.
the sidewalks. Okay.
I think it's
Too late, too late.
Okay, I'll be in time.
I'll still call you.
They're gonna put the porta potties tomorrow, so I gotta place the 6 porta potties.
Good, how are you?
I'm around, so
Yeah, okay.
call me, you got my number.
Yeah, I got it.
Okay, all right, thanks, Sam.
Okay, Larry, you got the
Here,
curious.
your butter.
Send it to